Welcome back to the New York Sports Exchange, episode number 212. It's game one of the NBA Finals. The New York Knicks, your Eastern Conference champions, taking on the Spurs. Game one tonight. Cannot guarantee that this episode will be out by 8:30 tonight, leaning more towards tomorrow morning. So we're going to give a little bit of a preview, and then we're going to give our predictions for how game one's going to go. And who knows if we're right or wrong. But we do know, statistically, that the New York Knicks are your Eastern Conference champions, Tim. Series is
analytically,
2-2 analytically. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, congrats to you. It sucked. A lot went wrong for the Cavs. I understand he shouldn't have said it like that. I understand his point because it really just came down to making shots, and Cleveland just didn't make shots.
Yeah,
because the open looks were there. I mean, they had open look after open look after open look. The three shooters did not show up. Sam Merrill really didn't have a good series. I said it going into the playoffs. Like that's the Cavs X factor. Like if Sam Merrill's not on, the team is not on, and he was definitely not on. And again, the Max Strus thing, either show up or go home. Go home. I mean, I know you said that last year. Go home, man, because you didn't show up. So I
get lost.
Yeah,
lost.
It wasn't great, but congrats to you. Probably see you there next year unless Boston's got something to say about it. But yeah,
we'll see. We'll see about that. That's a next year issue. We're living in the present tense, unlike you.
I'm off-season mode now.
Yeah, I was gonna say your tarp's off. It looks like you're fitting into Cancun already.
It's Cancun weather out here, Stan.
It's Cancun weather here in the Northeast.
Donovan Mitchell's living good, dude. He won life. I mean, who the fuck says that? Like, why do you? This team's killing me, man. At least James Harden's taking a team friendly. When LeBron comes back, when LeBron comes home in this offseason, everything will be right. So right as rain. We'll see what happens.
Wow. Just a kid from Akron. It could happen.
I'm praying.
It could happen.
I'm about to go to St. Aidan's and light a candle stand. Like that's where we're at.
Unbelievable. We're going to preview game one of the NBA Finals tonight. How the series is going to go. I think you obviously know what my prediction is going to be. So Tim's prediction
I think it's going to 7.
Much larger than my biased opinion. The other final, the Stanley Cup Final, the Vegas Golden Knights take game one over the Carolina Hurricanes. What a game. What a barn burner that was in Raleigh.
It started hot and it finished hot. Mitch Marner, block with 2 seconds left on the board. If anyone saw that slow-mo, Nikishkin had the back of the net, hit his shin, went wide. So good win for Vegas.
By Mitch. So clearly it was not a Mitch Marner issue in Toronto. It was more of a Toronto issue with Mitch Marner.
I think Toronto Twitter's got other things to say about that. I'm so happy to see them falling apart. But yeah, no, it was definitely a Toronto issue. I will say, Stan, though, it is really tough to see a team in the Stanley Cup Finals who had more losses than wins this year. But
yes,
what are you going to do?
They got to fix this format. And I understand
just make it 1-8. Leave the loser points. Just make it 1-8. Just make it 1-8.
Yeah,
it fixes it.
1-8. Yep. It absolutely fixes everything. I don't understand. We'll recap game one of the Stanley Cup Final. We'll preview game two to the NFL. A bombshell, Tim. Myles Garrett is a Los Angeles Ram.
The rich get richer. Unbelievable.
And still, drafting Ty Simpson still makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it makes even less sense now.
It makes even less sense now that they just traded for Myles Garrett. So we'll dive into that. A.J. Brown is a Patriot. The Giants, a reunion. Odell Beckham back with the New York Giants on a veteran minimum. They also signed Braxton Berrios, and they also signed Juju Smith-Schuster. I think this just goes to show you that Malik Neighbors' knee is not what we thought it was going to be. So I don't know if he's going to start the year on PUP. I don't know if he's going to be starting week 1.
Week 4 return, I would imagine at this point. It feels like a midseason return because they wouldn't have got out and got 3 guys.
We'll dive into this later because after watching that video of the softball game, you just cannot help but just think there's no way.
Yeah. Well, listen, we'll see what happens. That would be a huge blow to start the year, but I think you could figure it out. I think.
Yeah, we'll see. And then baseball, Aaron Judge, day-to-day for now. Let's just check if there was any word on... Actually, there was any word. Aaron Judge, the doctor is still reviewing images. No update from Aaron Boone as of a minute ago. No update on Aaron Judge, who said the doctor is still reviewing the images.
What was it
It
again?
is a bone bruise in his right shoulder slash
So
rib cage area.
so swinging is definitely painful. Yeah, that's
Swinging, yeah, and he's been struggling the past couple of weeks, so that it does make sense. Hopefully, it is not as big as it seems. In all honesty, though, if he is out long term, I'm kind of not worried because this
I
offense
wouldn't be
is
either.
absolutely humming right now, despite Paul Goldschmidt being the only responsibility for our runs in last night's game against the Guardians. Ben Rice has been hitting the ball well. Cody
At
Bellinger's
least
been
you
hitting
got
the ball
something
well.
going your way.
At
Mets,
least
we
you
can
have
flip it to the Mets.
Carson Bench.
Okay, we got the young studs, I guess, showing out. Not showing up on the wins and losses column. Well, it's showing up the losses column. Definitely not the wins column. But
That is true.
yeah, not looking good for the Mets.
That is absolutely true. It is not looking good for the Mets. We will dive into baseball and other things. Shohei Ohtani takes the mound tonight against the D-backs. Christopher Sanchez puts his scoreless inning streak on the line. He did not give up a single run in May as Tim is going tarps off as we're talking about baseball. Come on, wave that shirt around, Tim. Come on, tarps off, baby.
I'm in Cancun mode for everyone, Stan.
Cancun
the Jets, mode. The Mets, the Cavs, the Isles. Everyone's on vacation.
We're on to Oregon. We're on to Oregon football.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Dante Moore. He's going to be on the cover. Shout out Dante Moore.
Yeah, he's going to be on the cover with Kwan Lacey and Malachi Tony. Those are all the teams that Indiana beat in the playoff, except Bama.
I was just about to say, they just threw all the three losers on there. And we're like, well, see what happens.
See what happens. See what happens. All right. Before we get to today's episode, Tim, we're having a watch party Friday night, O'Grady's Castle. Doors open at 7:00 for Game 2. Game 2 of the NBA Finals on Friday night. 75-cent wings, $3 sliders. Come join us. Have a great time. Watch some ball. Not only will the finals be going on, the Yankees will be playing the Red Sox. So,
yeah,
big day. Big day in New York sports.
If you are a Red Sox fan, that's all you got right now. So if
that's all you got.
This is your World Series.
You may be in Cancun too at this point.
Do they have actual PD allegations against them, or was that like?
I think you've been
okay. No, well, I mean, it didn't matter. They suck anyway. But I saw there was some investigation. Maybe it was a duplicate.
I was going to say
it didn't matter.
I think you might.
It ain't working.
Have been duped. So come join us, O'Grady's Castle, Friday night, Game 2 watch party. Yankees, Red Sox, 75-cent wings, $3 sliders. It's going to be a great night. Great night of ball. Cannot wait.
Bunch of ball, hopefully ball knowers will be there. We will answer questions if you have them.
Sure. Why not a live episode while we're at
it? It'll be a live episode in person. You got a question, we got the answer. So
sure, man. It's all in here. All in here.
It's all in the dome.
Here. It's all in the dome. All right, let's get it started. Game 1 of the NBA Finals is tonight. The New York Knicks taking on Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. What a Game 7 before we get started with the Finals preview. What a Game 7 between the Spurs and the Thunder.
Yeah, Chet Holmgren, where the hell were you, man? Oh, my God.
Unfathomable that guy only got 2 shots up for the entire game.
And you know what? I hate to bring this around to Cleveland, but I always look at Twitter and stuff, and people are, Chet Holmgren's better than Evan Mobley. Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's not.
Cut the shit.
Yeah,
and they got a big offseason coming up. A lot of guys have options. Casey Wallace has an option. Chet and Dort are due for their extensions kick in.
A lot of questions to be answered in that offseason.
A lot of questions.
You know what? I wasn't a fan of the post game either, Stan, where they're blaming injury. A couple guys blaming injuries. Dude, come on.
But
I get it, but don't be like, not a lot of teams could have done what we did for how hurt we were. Buddy, come on. It's the Western Conference Finals. Like, there's no reason to pull excuses out right after you lose. Just commend the other team, take it on the chin, and you can talk about it later in the offseason. Not at that moment.
I have a hunch that these two are not done yet playing against each other. This will not be the last time that we see these two teams meet up in a conference final.
I imagine this for a while, and I thought the Rockets would maybe have a chance, but I think that team is blowing up down the line.
Let's not even focus on the Rockets right now. Come on now. All right, let's dive right into it. Game 1, NBA Finals. Knicks 4.5-point underdogs. Let's just dive into our keys of the series so far, because this series is going to be won inside the 3-point line. And to think, 89% of Jalen Brunson's field goals were inside the 3-point line in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's the good news. The bad news is those were exactly the kind of shots that San Antonio took away from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it worked like a charm.
It is really hard to attack the paint when there is a 7'5" alien standing right in your way and could pretty much block anything in a 3-mile radius. So it's going to be tough to get downhill. Shooting is going to be huge. And I think these two teams kind of play a similar style. They space the floor very well. They can shoot very well. So I think it's going to come down to that.
We look back to when these two teams played in December. The Knicks did not have Mitchell Robinson. Knicks did not have Josh Hart. Spurs ended up winning the game by 2. Julian Champagnie hit 11 threes. He had 11 three-pointers in that game that led to the Spurs win. But also the Knicks have benefited from spacing too. We've seen this resurgence of Landry Shamet off the bench. What was it? 90% of his threes, or 90% of his points were threes in the conference final.
Yeah, and he made 80% of them, dude. I don't need, you're reminding me of the bad times here, buddy. Like, Josh Hart hitting 11 threes. Listen, I don't know if that is sustainable. I really don't know if those two things can, kind of, Josh Hart hitting all those threes. I don't know if that's something you want to rely on. But if they could get Cat open behind the arc and kind of force Wemby out of the paint, dude, it could be a nightmare. Because I think,
that it's going to be a nightmare. Another key for me is the rebounding. And it's basically the Mitchell Robinson of it all, because the reason why the Knicks won the NBA Cup against the Spurs was because of Mitchell Robinson. He had 15 rebounds in 18 minutes. 10 of those rebounds were offensive rebounds. And the minute that he checks into a game, they instantly become the best rebounding team on the floor. There was a stat that I saw, in the playoffs, Mitchell Robinson has grabbed 40% of the Knicks' offensive rebounds. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the Spurs adapt to that, because in the last 2 rounds, they've handled the glass very well. But those were 2 very front court led teams with Minnesota and Oklahoma City. And listen, I know Mitch isn't 100% healthy. Shams did say today that he is going to be in full playing. So we'll see what happens.
That's really my big question mark, is how much is this broken finger really going to hinder his ability to get offensive rebounds? Because if he's in pain,
I don't think it will.
Going up. Well, my real question for you is, when did this happen? Would this happen in the celebration after?
No, I don't want to dive into it, because what I think it is, and I don't want to sound like an asshole and assume, because that's the last thing that I want. They didn't say it. Mike Brown said that it didn't happen in a game and it didn't happen in practice. Then Shams said yesterday that the accident happened in his home. So I'm not going to assume.
Yeah, listen.
But he's playing. Here's the thing.
What finger is it?
Him. His pinky.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah.
Okay.
How the fuck did that even? I'm not even going to. I don't even know how that happens. But
we're not going to dive into it. That's not our job. That's not our job to speculate.
I'm not Shams, and I don't work for a hospital, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Not our job to speculate. The thing with Mitch. And when just the wording of the tweet, of that Shams tweet, when he announced that Mitchell Robinson there was no timetable for return. At first I was a little bit like, oh my God, holy shit, no timetable, that's scary. But then I saw people on Twitter being like, I'd be more no timetable.
Yeah,
because there being no timetable at all. Because no timetable could mean he could be back next week, he could be back next year. There was really.
Which is better than
there's nothing to it.
Better than saying he's out for 2 weeks, and then you're like, well, then you don't even have him.
Exactly.
I'm wondering how well he'll be able, because I think Wemby's going to log some heavy minutes this series. I think you're going to see Wemby play a little bit more than he's had in previous series. How well will he be? He's a big body, so how well will he be able to handle that sort of down low matchup? I know we probably won't be guarding him. But when he gets downhill, it's going to be interesting to see how he.
I think Mitch will be guarding Wemby, and then OG for the starting 5. It's going to be OG on Wemby.
Obviously, right. But then when you go to the second unit, and if he's still out there, kind of wondering how that'll work out. We'll see.
It's probably going to be Mitch. It's going to be Mitch.
And if he's getting, because Wemby moves like a guard. Seeing those fucking Steph Curry threes were ridiculous. But if
The
he's
logo
moving
3 in game 1 was fucking ridiculous, dude.
ridiculous, but if he's moving like a guard out there, I'm wondering how Mitch will be able to stay with him and see if there's any switches that they're going to attack. But it's really going to be one through Wemby, and we all know that. So it's how the bigs are going to play.
And all he's got to do, really, Mitch, like we don't need him to be an offensive threat. We don't.
He's not hitting free throws, so it's
honestly this injury could honestly help him shoot free throws.
Yeah, stop throwing. Why does he do, dude? The Chandler Parsons no arc. Get it out. Just throw it up. Just a little bit up.
I couldn't tell you, but all we need him to do is just defend and rebound. That's it.
Yeah, and that's what he's good at.
That's it, and that's what he's good at. That's exactly what he's good at, and that's why he's going to get a lot of money this summer. Because what are you fist bumping right now?
Oh, the Mets are up.
Mets are up.
Bichette.
Okay,
Shout out Bichette.
Oh, Bichette. Wow, good for him. We mentioned this before when talking about Mitchell Robinson. OG versus Wemby is going to be the matchup I'm looking forward to seeing. Here's the good news for the Knicks. No defender has been more effective when guarding Wemby than OG has. The bad news. Wemby's on a fucking heater right now.
He's on a different level.
He's on a different fucking level. 191 total points in the conference finals. And all while shooting 40% from the rim.
That's some LeBron shit, okay?
That's fucking crazy. That is fucking insane. I think the Knicks just need to find a way to not let him get to the rim, or else he's going to just thrive on layups and dunks.
It's a hard thing to do for a guy with an 11-foot wingspan. So we'll see.
Yes. Very hard, very hard. And then my last thing. Cat, he needs to be disciplined. And he's been disciplined as of late.
Cannot get into foul trouble. He cannot get into foul trouble.
Wemby and Castle. Actually, I spoiled it, but whatever. There are three players that have drawn more than 100 fouls this postseason. Two of them are Victor Wembanyama and Stephon Castle. And De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper have been getting into the line a lot too.
Dylan Harper's a stud, by the way.
He's so fucking good. It's becoming very clear to me that the game plan early is going to try to attack Cat and get him into foul trouble and force a switch and put Cat on Cat that puts Karl Anthony Towns on Castle, a switch that puts Cat on Wemby, and see if they can draw contact, get him to the bench early.
Yeah.
Because he's been sort of he's just been the thing that just keeps on going for this Knicks offense. Because the 5 out, it just helps so much.
Mm-hmm. It really does. I mean, again, if you could space 5 out, there's a lot you can attack at the rim. Again, with Wemby recovering, we'll see what the help situation will be and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you could be a threat from behind the arc, you have to respect that. And then Brunson getting 89% of his shots, downhill and in front of the line, like that's what causes that. When you make threes, you force guys to come out. The help goes to the 3-point line, and there's an easy. I mean, I'm not going to say look at the Cavs series because they just blatantly gave up, and I've never seen anything like that. So
they gave up.
They gave up. I don't even know if it was just tiredness or they just gave up. But it was easy layups. But it was prevalent in the first 2 quarters of those games. You would see, that's how they were getting their points. They would make them come out, Shamet hit a 3,
exactly,
and then they go in and attack the rim.
Just play fast. That's all we need. All right, Tim, You said this series was going to 7. Who's winning in 7 games?
I hate the New York Knicks, but I do respect the style of play they play. They're an older team. The Spurs are a little too young for me. I think there's a lot more development. They kind of got to go down the road. And you know what? Losing is a part of winning. You have to lose to learn how to win. I think the Spurs don't get it done this year. I'm going to go Knicks in 7.
Dude, I'm going to say Knicks in 6. I'm only saying 6 because I just want them to get it done at the Garden.
Well, yeah, you don't want to go back to San Antonio and that place is bumping.
Absolutely not.
Those colored shirts.
The colored shirts, I'm not mentally ready.
I would be afraid if I was on the court and I look around, it looks like a rainbow. I'm like, where the hell am I?
It looks like a fucking rave in 2000, in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, where am I?
Unreal. I cannot wait. I can't wait though. This is this week it hasn't hit me.
It'll hit you tonight.
It hit me. I think it hit me today. Like I went for a walk. I was bumping, and then Final Countdown by Europe came on, and I was like this is it. This is it. It's fucking game time.
I do want to give a shout out to Sacramento Kings, man. You do everything wrong.
Yeah, Halliburton went to the finals last year. Mike Brown, who you fired, just brought the Knicks to the finals, and De'Aaron Fox, who you traded away to the Spurs, is
they do
in the
everything
finals.
wrong.
They do everything wrong. This is 1 year to the day that we fired Tom Thibodeau.
And look how it worked out.
That's fitting stuff, man. Cannot believe it. Let's go, Knicks. Like this is up there with biggest game of my life.
Yeah, I mean this is the last. Well, the Yankees series, but that was
Yankees World Series.
No
game
offense,
one.
but I mean you're going up against the fucking Avengers. Like I don't really know what that.
We had that game one, man.
Yeah.
If Tim Hill just fucking. Dude, that team was beatable. Anybody's beatable in baseball. Like
I know, but you look down the line and you're like, all right, like, what really? Like, what? You lose one of those games because I saw it in the Mets series. I mean, the Mets did them the year. What was it, the year before?
Dude, the Mets hung in there.
I know, but that was
the Dodgers.
That was the magical Mets. The only way we won games, we won like 10-6. Like you had to just outscore them. There's no keeping them off the board.
That's true. That Mark Vientos grand slam though. Like that was such like I know where is that man?
Come back.
We're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to him. Like where is he? Like wanted Mark Vientos.
Oh, I'm so sick of this hard hit ball bullshit.
But Bip.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm over it.
All right. Game one. All right. Let's go Knicks. Like that's and just remember Friday, game 2, New York Sports Exchange. We are taking over O'Grady's Castle. Taking over O'Grady's Castle in Pearl River. Be there. Knicks Spurs, game 2, Yankees Red Sox. Nothing better. Nothing
Jared
better
Young
on a Friday
double,
night.
Baby. I can't believe I'm saying that with all these offseason moves. All these offseason moves, Jared Young double.
$325 million payroll. Jared Young coming through.
Is Lindor ever going to play again?
No.
It's over, right? Robert's done.
He's dirt. He's done. Robert, dead. Polanco, dead.
And you know what? Polanco, rip it in AAA. Be my guest, but I would rather see Ryan Clifford get called up before anything else.
Yeah. Embrace the kids, man. Embrace the kids. You've done that. We'll dive into the Mets in a bit. Game 1, Stanley Cup Final. Vegas takes down the Hurricanes 5-4.
What a burner.
That first period. That is exactly what Rod Brindamore wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what he drew up.
That's why they brought in Nick Ehlers, dude.
Yeah. That's exactly what they wanted. But once that Shea Theodore goal came in late in the first period, you felt a sense of Vegas. They remembered who they've been all playoffs.
Under Tort.
Under John Tortorella too, which is again fucking crazy. John Tortorella, I believe that was his first win in a Stanley Cup Final since Game 7 of 2004. So it almost 23 years or 22 years to the day. I think it's like 21 years and 4 days.
And crazy because this is Brindamore's 20th anniversary of him winning the cup. So I mean,
that's
we
also
got some
crazy. Another crazy ass stat that I saw was
I know what you're gonna say.
He's been a part of 97 of the
101
or
whatever it is.
97 of the 100 playoff games in franchise history, whether he was a player or a coach.
Insane.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely
ridiculous. I'm trying to find the John Tortorella stat.
You know what? Well, while you pull that up, I will say, because there's a lot of arguments, and again, you can go either way with this.
Here we go. That was his first victory in a Stanley Cup game, or in a Stanley Cup Final game, since Game 7 of the 2004 Stanley Cup when he was coaching with the Lightning. 21 years and 360 days. So almost 22 years ago. 22 years to the day.
That's crazy.
That John Tortorella last won a Stanley Cup game. The closest was Paul Maurice when who was he coaching? The Red Wings? Or was he coaching the Hurricanes in 2002? I'm not the hockey historian, but
I'll have to look that up. Because he's bounced around.
Something's telling me he was coaching the Red Wings. Actually, maybe not. Because it's probably the Hurricanes. Because
it is the Hurricanes. Yep, it was definitely the Hurricanes.
So when he coached the Hurricanes,
the Red Wings, yes.
Or
no, they lost the Red Wings. They lost the Red Wings, but they were playing.
They took Game 1 though. They took
They
game
did.
one.
4-1
The
series.
Hurricanes did take game one, and then game three in 2023 when they beat Vegas. Yeah, but that second period, it was all Vegas. Like,
Mhm.
it was what we've known from the Vegas Golden Knights all playoffs. They were able to get into the zone with ease.
Yeah.
It was beautiful hockey. It was
They're
beautiful
finally
hockey, to say
healthy.
the least.
They're playing, and again, I'm going to bring this up because you can make the argument either way, and I understand both points, and I'm always going to be on the one very heavy side of this, but coaching matters in hockey, but not for the
Yes.
X's and O's, because you can lose a locker room, dude. There was like, halfway, I was hearing reports like towards the end of the season, players on the Knights were counting down the days when the season was over before Tortorella came in. Like, they were like, the season sucked. Like, let's just get to the offseason. Torts comes in, completely flips the switch. This team is star-loaded, and they're playing like they are. I mean, they got Mark Stone on their fucking third line. Are you kidding me?
Mark Stone has been playing very well. I did chop up notes, and then I lost them. I lost my notes, Tim. Can you believe that?
It's okay. I mean, we all saw what happened. It was a pretty much a staple of what the Golden Knights have been doing all year. They come back. If they're down, they fight. They come back. I know there's no loser points, so they got it done.
Quick little game two recap. I mean, they're hoping that history can repeat itself going into game two. Their only two losses in the postseason have come in the last two game ones. And we all remember what happened in game two. They rattled off 4 straight wins in the conference final against Montreal. They rattled off 4 straight wins to win. Here's the big question, though. Do they have enough on that Svechnikov, Aho, Jarvis line? That once again, failed to score.
That's arguably been their worst line this whole postseason. The star-loaded line really hasn't been producing, and that's the key. If they're going to win, they got to show up because
they were very responsible for allowing William Karlsson to score that goal late in the second period.
Yeah, and I think, again, that Stankoven, Hall, I don't even know if there's a Martinook. Either way, that Stankoven line's been great, but you need all 4 lines, especially in a series like this, and those top guys have to show up because we know Vegas' top guys are going to show up. Jack Eichel shows up all the time. Mitch Marner's playing out of his mind. Like, this is you have to show up in the big moments.
Also, another question too, which is just kind of just like came out of nowhere. Freddie Anderson, like, which Freddie Anderson are the Hurricanes going to get here? He allowed 5 goals on 23 shots, which was as
like
many
the
goals
old Freddie Anderson, man.
Which is as many that he gave up over the last 4 games combined. And he just may not have Vegas. Vegas just may have his number because he lost all 3 games against Vegas this year, allowed 13 goals in those 3 games. That's an .841 save percentage.
And expect Pavel Dorofeev to get on the board, dude. He, in those games that they played here, I think he has 3 goals against Carolina, and I think he has 14 total shots in the. I know regular season doesn't really matter, but 14 total shots in those regular season games. That's a lot in 3 games. I think this is a guy who kind of has their number. Expect him to explode, but I hope Freddie Anderson can bounce back for the sake of the Canes because need him.
Yeah, and then Aho, I mean, 1 goal and 3 assists in the last 10 games. That
not going to do it.
Svechnikov, Aho, Jarvis line, they've been outscored 4-2 at 5v5 this postseason.
Which defensively, that's fine, but you need the juice. I know Svechnikov had that winner against Montreal. Like, it gives you a little bit of confidence, but they got to show up. I mean, you're at home. You really got to win in Raleigh. Like, you do not want to go to Vegas down 0-2 because it's a tough place to play.
Very tough place to play. Think the Canes get it done?
I would think they get it done. It's like, again, because this goes both ways for goaltending, right? Carter Hart's been great in these playoffs. I think he's got like a 9.25. Freddie's got a 9.3. Like, these are 2 goalies that have been showing up. Carter Hart didn't have a great game either. I think you can get to him. I think they're really they're gonna have to go. I know. Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I'd say it.
They're gonna have to get back to what works. They're really gonna have to gum up the neutral zone, make it tough to enter because like Vegas was all over them, and Carolina, what they do best is they really make you dump the puck in. And it's bad dump-ins. They make you get it in. Freddie Anderson quick out. It's just a quick cycle of you don't get it in, we get it back, we leave the zone. Like that's what they got to get back to. They did it in the first period. Vegas kind of stepped on their throats, and we saw what happened. So if they can get back to how they play, we'll see. It's going to be a big task on Slavin to kind of shut down that top line. If that Eichel engine gets going, it's not going to be a good look. So.
Another crazy stat here, Tim. Vegas has scored 3 unanswered goals in 5 of their last 6 games.
They just do it, man. I'm telling you, they play well from behind.
And I'll be honest, like I know a lot of people hate Vegas right now. I specifically hate a specific player on Vegas, as I've previously mentioned.
I hate Mitch Marner, but for other reasons.
Other reasons. That's just how you run a franchise, man. They've been around 10 years, and they've gone to 3 Stanley Cups and won one of them.
They are they're the mean guys of the NHL. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about picks. They don't care about nothing. If you're not going to help them win, you're out the door. And you know what? People want to go there because, again, they no state tax and they win, and they can run it like that. The Rangers try and do that sort of thing. They don't really have the winningness that Vegas has had behind them, so it doesn't play in their favor. But Vegas does it right, man. They've got it through trade, that expansion draft. No one really drafted. Dorofeev, I think, is the only one they've drafted on this team.
I think so.
And so they're a big trade and sign team, and it seems like that's the way to do it. So they're getting it done.
Yankee farm update. I don't know if you heard about this, Tim, but one of our top pitching prospects, Lagrange, he throws fucking heat. They're moving him to the bullpen in AAA, and it seems like the Yankees could be getting some bullpen help.
Nice.
His first outing as a relief pitcher was today. 2 innings, no hits, no runs, 3 Ks and a walk. 50% whiff percentage on a fastball that averaged 98 miles an hour, and threw a lot more 4 seams than usual.
Damn,
keep doing it, man.
Some bullpen help. My last thing.
Need the bullpen help.
My last thing about this Stanley Cup, preview prediction, whatever. 76% of teams that win Game 1 in the Stanley Cup Final win the Stanley Cup. So it's going to be a tough turnaround for Carolina. We'll see if they can do it. But if anyone can do it, I mean, Brind'Amour's the guy.
Brind'Amour is the guy. All right, moving on to the NFL. Let's get to the big one. Myles Garrett is a Los Angeles Ram.
What the hell? What?
All of this to beat Sam Darnold.
It's crazy. I don't even know how he got to this point. That should be. We should be talking about the Jets with this. If we're talking Sam Darnold.
What a world.
Crazy. I can't believe it. But they're better than Seattle now. They got better than Seattle, so good for them.
They definitely got better. And again, all of this wouldn't happen if the Rams just used their draft pick on a guy who's
not named Ty Simpson.
God willing, who God willing should play a meaningful snap this year. God willing, but it's almost as if they're like operating on like 2 different timelines. Like they want to win a Super Bowl, but at the same time, they also want to like build their team for the future. So I guess
even the guy, like, am I crazy for even questioning? Like, I don't even know if he's the guy.
I don't know. He's got the right people surrounding him. I'll say that.
Yeah, Stafford obviously and McVay.
Stafford and McVay. The defense is going to be crazy. I mean,
is Puka okay?
I think Puka's fine.
Mentally,
I think he's okay.
Okay.
Dude, that was crazy. Yeah, but it seems like that they're just like operating on 2 different timelines. Like, with the win now timeline, it's like what if we win now and rebuild at the same time?
Never seen anyone do it successfully. We'll see what happens.
But if anybody is going to do it successfully, it's them.
And when Aaron Donald resigns week 10 and practices
I think he's just trying to get a stir out of people. I don't think he's going to.
Dude, he could be a playoff signing, and he could literally be the playoff MVP, the Super Bowl MVP, like with 4 sacks. This guy, like, we're talking about like maybe the best, probably the second best defensive player ever behind LT. Nah, with JJ Watson there, it's up there. It's up for debate, whatever you want to say. But yeah, Revis,
Lewis.
Yeah. Okay, but he's up there. He's in that conversation.
Urlacher, maybe. I think if Aaron Donald kept on playing, like if he didn't retire, then I'd be having this discussion. But right now, I don't. No, I don't think.
I can't argue with you on that.
I don't think so. Other news: AJ Brown is a New England Patriot. I could have told you.
Those are AI photos on Instagram.
That was so funny.
What are you doing?
That was so funny.
What do you get from that?
Dude, like, in a way, like, I'm kind of annoyed, only because, like, all right, like, the cancer of the Eagles is gone. Maybe this is, like, the new thing for them, because, Tim, you said it best.
Jalen Hurts just sucks, so, yeah.
They are coworkers. They are not teammates. They are coworkers, and they are coworkers no longer. What this means, are we expecting a big year out of AJ Brown? Are we expecting him to kind of play that like Stephon Diggs role that he played last year?
I think more of a Diggs role.
Okay, but at the same time, he is back with his old head coach, who
I don't know.
I know he's under some stuff right now, but
Yeah, well, I don't think the Patriots care. That's the funny thing. Like they don't care.
No, I mean he didn't. I mean he didn't violate any rules, any NFL rules per se.
No, and that organization don't care about nothing. So like
that is also true. Giants. All right, let's talk about it. Odell Beckham back.
You're happy about that. You can wear the jersey again.
I'm very happy about that. I got to find my jersey. It probably doesn't fit me anymore, but I can still. I'll find a way. I'm very happy. At the same time, though, them signing Braxton Berrios and Juju Smith-Schuster and Odell.
Juju is a question. Like I guess give him a shot, but like.
I mean, you got to be throwing it to somebody in training camp.
That's a good. Yeah, he's just a body. I guess that's a fair point.
Yeah, and also Juju knows the Matt Nagy offense.
That's another fair point.
It's another plug and play there. Here's the thing: how bad is Malik Neighbors' knee?
I think he's like fucked up. Like I genuinely think like his knee might.
You saw the video? You saw the video at
what?
Okay. At the softball game at Boulder Stadium.
No, I saw the press. I didn't see that. I just remember the press conference when Harbaugh was like, "Well, it's the double knee surgery. Like we don't know, like kind of thing." And then
because
what happened at the Boulders game? Was he just like hobbling around?
He hit and ran and looked horrible.
Ugh! Why even let him run?
He played dodgeball too. Like,
I guess he's rehabbing it, but I don't know. Would it be such a bad thing if he came back like week 7? Like, would you be really like?
I think it's gonna be
because I think you could fight for a spot and be all right.
Do you want my real prediction? Like,
sure.
Obviously, my hope is that he
week 1 ready to go, but
week 1 ready to go. But right now, I don't think that's possible. I think he's gonna start on PUP, which essentially means that like you can't practice, you can't do anything for 6 weeks. So week 7 would be against the Texans, but also you got to keep in mind those 6 weeks is just you rehabbing. Then you got to practice in full.
Yeah.
So
week 9.
Then I think because they have a bye week 8. So I'm thinking it's going to be week 9 against the Eagles,
which would be a fitting game to come back. And if you could hang around like 500 around then,
my guess is either week 9 against the Eagles or week 10 Thursday night at home against the Commanders. That's my guess.
I think depending on how you guys are doing, like because
that also matters too.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need to rush him back. Like.
Yeah, because we did sign a lot of wide receivers back in March. Like, and that's the thing too with Odell, because I don't think a lot of people like realize. Because again, the football offseason is so long that like you honestly like forget who you signed, and it also goes on during.
Just got cut by the Jets. Like,
I didn't even know we had Jason Sanders.
We just signed Jason Sanders. I think
we cut Jason Sanders, so I guess you just got Jason Sanders back.
Yeah, I think we just signed him.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is Odell Beckham gonna get snaps over Darnell Mooney and Calvin Austin and hell, even Darius Slayton? As much as I hate him,
probably not.
Probably not. Let's be honest.
You never know. Like,
but again, like this is a guy who
hates the MetLife turf, by the way.
That and went completely unsigned in free agency last year, like did not play a game and he was fully healthy. And that's usually the universal sign of just, it's over.
Yeah.
Like the Berrios thing I get because he's your kick returner. He's going to be your punt returner, especially now that Gunnar Olszewski tore his Achilles in OTAs. Juju, I guess just because he knows the Nagy system. So he's kind of a plug and play guy.
100% training camp plug in as a guy we need to catch balls.
I will say though, preseason's entertaining. That makes the preseason a hell of a lot more entertaining that you got a wide receiver battle going into the preseason. I'm tuned in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that. I mean, but it's 3 guys that are like, are they even NFL players at this point? Like now we're like,
Berrios. I think Berrios is going to have a spot. He's going to be the kick returner.
Yeah, And that's fine. Like, yeah, it's fine to have a nice. The Jets. He was good on the Jets. He was good on Miami. Like, he does a job. Like it's not.
Yeah.
But he's not a guy you're putting out there for snaps. Like, I don't think
he's not like, oh shit, we gotta get at least 80 targets out of Braxton Berrios. Like,
yeah,
no, like that's
you're not feeding him the ball. Like, if he's open, I guess. But it's not like, oh, look, he's your first look. Like, he's the fourth look. He's the fourth check.
Yeah, he is, and it's gonna be very interesting to see how this all plays out. I think the Malik Neighbors aspect is gonna be the telltale of this offense, but it seems like the Harbaugh focus is gonna be run the fucking ball, which, hey, I love. And let's all keep in mind too, like with this Harbaugh offense, you're not really asking much out of your wide receivers. Like I know, like this is no knock on Zay Flowers, but like Zay Flowers didn't really make that much of an impact. Like you saw a lot more out of guys like Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely, who, speaking of, the Giants also signed. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see more of Isaiah Likely or Theo Johnson. So I'm not worried. It's just a tough pill to swallow, especially with all the bullshit that's been going on as of late. And I'm not going to get into all of it.
We don't even need to because it shouldn't even. It really shouldn't.
It shouldn't even matter. It
yeah,
shouldn't even be
football.
happening.
Like it's.
And I also honestly, I think that they are all in for a rude awakening come the start of training camp.
Oh, I 100%. I think it's going to be like boots on the ground, like get your shit together, let's go.
Dude, it's in West Virginia this year because of the World Cup.
They're their phones in a box. We're learning the book and we're getting this done. Like
I don't think there's going to be like music playing, like the Dable training camps or practices, music blasting, all. There's just going to be no music, no nothing, straight football.
The Robert Saleh ones would piss me off, man. They'd be jogging around out there like they're a 10-win team.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'm just like I'm just like a tad bit concerned. Like my expectations are low, obviously.
They can't be high for any New York.
They can't be high. They can't be high ever. Come on now.
No.
But yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the year. I might be in attendance week 1. I'm not. I think nice. That might be a serious purchase out of me, which either could be the best decision or worst decision I think I've ever made in my life. But
I might try and get out to the Jets home opener.
Well,
I mean, yeah, man.
Let's see. Sunday Night Football.
Sure. Let's see what the ticket prices look like.
I think they're only like $130.
That's really not bad for season opener.
Not terrible for season opener Sunday Night Football game.
Yeah. I will say we'll flip it to the Jets a little bit.
Yes.
Gino looks decent. I can't really complain what he's doing. Cade Klubnik though, 7 for 7. He kind of looks like he could be the future.
Are we on the Cade hype train right now?
I mean, listen,
because I recently spoke with our good friend Peter, who is like all in on Cade Klubnik. Like Cade Klubnik will be the starting Jet quarterback next year.
Well,
not entering this season.
No,
the year after.
Maybe like week 10. I just listen. I've done this dance too many times to be like, this is the guy. But I do like what I'm seeing, especially out of a 4th-round pick. Gino's looked pretty good. He's had good connections with Garrett Wilson, Jeremy Ruckert, who I really don't expect to do much in the offense this year with Sadiq coming back off injury. Once he gets in there, we'll see how he looks.
Hernia, correct?
Yeah, I mean, they said he should be fine. Yeah, A.D. Mitchell has kind of been the standout for everyone. Funny enough, that he really might. I mean, that might be the combo.
Dude, I told you, like that is a. Just like if he sucks, leave it alone. But if you find something, you're a fucking genius.
And Frank Reich they've really been trying to get the most out of him athletically. That's what they've been saying. And he's looked really, really good. So if you have a Garrett Wilson, AD Mitchell room, especially with Omari Cooper coming in, like this could be a good Omar, sorry. This could be a really good I had it first. I know. I'm just,
Yeah.
You know how I work. With Sadiq
I know how you operate, yes.
With Sadiq added into that, like this could be the first real threat receiving room we've had in a while, especially. And like, look, you could say all you want about Gino, but he could throw the football. Like as much as the interceptions kill, but he can get downfield. And that's something they haven't been able to do in years.
I'll be honest. I think Gino is a great fit. Like he fits that Frank Reich offense. I don't think Frank Reich worked in Carolina because Bryce Young does not fit his style of offense. That's why he's been doing so well under Canales.
And I really think this could be a year where Gino kind of has that Seattle year where it looked like Gino could have been the future there. They went with Sam Darnold. That worked out. But the defense has been looking good too. Minka Fitzpatrick's been a big piece. I know people were kind of like, why? Like,
Like when we did the free agency special back in March, when we were talking free agency back in March, like I remember I said, you kind of just threw a bunch of veterans together that don't really work schematically, but that's what you need. You need like some type of structure.
Exactly. That's exactly what they were missing defensively last year. They get the run stopper.
And you got the Jameis Winston of defense, who has like, dude, he's like horrible in coverage, but he's a ball hawk. He's got had 8 interceptions of the year. That guy in the Bears, I forget what his name is.
I know. Yeah, I'm not even remember, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Like that. That's it. But that's the thing we're missing. Again, 0 turnovers. We had 0 interceptions last year. Is like that'll ruin a season, and it did.
Yeah.
So, and like that's a big piece to bring in. Minka had 1 last year, but even that's more than the whole team had. So that's a good piece defensively. And Braylon Allen, we could have a good running back room here too. I think
now you got Brees back.
Yeah. Bring Brees back on a contract. He'll at least maybe smile once, hopefully. You have the running back room. The O-line should hold up. Membo's going to be good. It could be an interesting year for the Jets. The division's not as good as it used to be. I know Buffalo's still good. I know the Patriots are really good, but there was years where we were like
Miami. Yeah.
There was years where it was just like this is their 0-16 team.
Oh yeah, Pats are due for positive regression. The Dolphins,
they're a mess.
They're gonna be fucking terrible. They're gonna be fucking terrible.
So I think
I can't. I'm sorry.
I don't want to say
winless, I am repping Jeff Halfley's ex or alma mater.
They suck, dude. They stink. So I think
they're not good.
Jets could turn some heads this year. I'm not gonna get too high on them. I do it all the time, but I think they could have a good year.
They could. All right, let's go to baseball. Tim, let's start with the Mets. They're winning right now. They entered Seattle having won 4 in a row.
Well, yeah,
they dropped Miami. The first 2, but
they swept Miami after getting swept by Miami, which is all right.
Fitting. Ooh, I completely forgot to mention this, and we usually do this every year. Should we do the All-Star ballot?
Yeah,
should we do it right now?
What time is my grandpa's coming over in 15 minutes? We'll do it next episode.
All right. We'll do it next episode. Next episode would be the All-Star ballot. But yeah, I Carson Bench having a great season, or great May into June.
It didn't start off great, but that's what you expect from a rookie. Like you got to get your footing in the league, and he's certainly done that. And he's a great leadoff hitter.
Yeah. What was the numbers that I sent you? That I told you about?
28 games starting May 3rd, 35 for 110 with a 318 average, 11 extra base hits, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, and an 881 OPS. I think that's probably the second best of anyone in May on the Mets. Juan Soto's been on a tear, so I'm going to give him his flowers. But
I got to tell you this later. I'm sorry.
Juan Soto's been on a tear, but Benj has been a very good bright spot for the team. Ewing's been good defensively. There's just some glaring holes. The roster on paper is just pathetic. I know, even today, MJ Melendez with an RBI double, Jared Young with an RBI double, Bichette's got 3 RBIs, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry. Damon O'Keefe, those of the longtime listeners of the show, remember him. He posted about the castle on Friday night on Facebook, and there was one person that shared the post where I'm like, who? And I have to show you. You later.
All publicity is good publicity.
Yes, but my God, I literally was like, I was like, do you even know who I am? Sorry, I lost my train. That caught me off guard. I was like, yo, I'm gonna send who it is.
Yeah, just swing me a text. I could pull up more Mets numbers. As the Mets are up 6-1 right now in the 5th, they'll find a way to blow it. I'm not concerned. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. You know, anyone that listens to this podcast is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Is a friend of mine. Clearly,
we could go down the big moves the Mets made in the offseason. Let's see. Bichette batting .223. Marcus Semien.
Bad.
222.
Bad.
Even worse.
Bad.
We can get that's a whole different story, but
I do want to touch up on Freddie Peralta, because his last start on Friday gave up 4 runs, 2 of them were earned, and 4 2/3 in a no-decision win against the Marlins. And then that was the game that MJ hit the walk-off home run.
A nuke, by the way. Anyone who saw that thing was a moonshot.
I will say this trend is looking nice for the Mets, considering that they are up 6-1 halfway through the game against Seattle. The Mets have won 4 of Peralta's last 5 starts. after losing each of his previous 4. So now, Tim, my question for you, do you trade Freddie Peralta in July?
Well, yeah, I don't expect June to go much better than May did. I know May was good for a good hot minute, and then it kind of dwindled off. My thing with trading him is he is very vocal about how much he likes New York. I think he even
so
said,
is it sort of a Chapman situation
right,
where
you can
trade
move him and
him,
he'll come
you
back.
get the haul, bring him back?
I think, yeah. I mean, I would not be opposed to that at all. He's already said he would re-sign in New York in the offseason, which is great. I think he really likes the New York culture, which is, I mean, again, like you really want a guy like Freddie Peralta in your team, but when your team sucks, you don't really
There's no
need
use
him.
for him.
Yeah, and like if McLean was pitching better, I think we would be in a better spot where you're kind of like, that's a great 1-2 punch. But like, my fear is, Stan, if we move him, right? Because Senga's not coming back. I think that's pretty. If you're a Mets fan, let's just come to terms with this. Like, it's over with this whole experiment's over. He's got a 5.21 in AAA. Like,
he's got to go.
He's got to go.
I'm shocked. I mean, I'm shocked he wasn't DFA'd.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just they don't want to give up on him, and I think like a team like the Dodgers would take him for pennies. So I'm sure they'll do something.
See what happens there. I do want to talk about Mark Vientos. We did bring him up. He committed multiple misplays in last night's loss.
He's not a fielder.
Luke Raley hit a line drive in the 3rd inning that bounced right off of his glove and into right field that ended up scoring a run. In the 5th inning, he could not handle a hop on a Cole Young ground ball that opened up a 3-run inning for Seattle. Mark Vientos has a -4 outs above average and is tied for 4th worst among first basemen this year. After Tuesday's game, he did say that he has done a pretty good job over there at first base, and he's been working. In his last 18 games entering today, he is 12 for his last 67. That's 179, with 1 home run and a 475 OPS. Jorge Polanco potentially returning from the IL on Friday, so you wonder what they're going to do with him now.
Just DH him? Because my thing is, like, listen, we don't really have many better options at the DH position. You know what I mean? Like, Alvarez hurt, he's not playing, and even if he was, like, he's the worst defensive catcher in baseball. I might be over this experiment too. Like, it might be done with him. Torrens has been better in every aspect. Do you want to really have Jared Young as your DH? I guess you could platoon him with Melendez, but like, I don't know where they go from here. You could bench him. His value was through the roof when they should have traded him. I was very vocal about keeping him, moving Beatty. They should have moved Beatty too. Like that. I mean, that both of them stink. So I don't know. I don't really know what you do with them, because you see, like, there's games where you look at him and you're like, oh my god, like he might be back. Like that game he hit the homer, and then right after that he had the line drive off the wall, like a hard hit double.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, he's starting to figure it out. And then you got the games where he goes 0 for 4 and he's swinging at pitches in the dirt. He's not even making contact with the ball. And then you see him in the field. I mean, when he tripped over first base trying to field that grounder, and he couldn't even pick. You remember that? He couldn't even pick the ball back up. Like, it's simple little things that, like, I understand first base is not an easy position to play in baseball. There's a lot that goes to it. It's a different glove, especially for a guy who's used to playing third base, who, by the way, wasn't even good at playing third base. So I don't know how you can move him to first. Yeah, like, I don't. It's beyond me. But I think you bring Polanco back, because at this point you can't get much worse. So you move Polanco in that spot. You can maybe DH Vientos every other day, but you want to get him reps to try and get out of the funk, because we've seen what he can be. I mean, you mentioned that grand slam, that playoff run was, I mean, it was outrageous. I thought he was going to be like the future pop bat. We went into last year thinking the same thing.
Remember how high I was on him going into last season?
I was like, this guy could be I was saying top 10 third baseman in the sport. He couldn't even field, and I was like, he's going to be one of the best hitters. That didn't matter, because he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. So it's just this. Yeah. I don't know. It's this revolving door.
Let's go to the Yankees. Pretty big pitching matchup tonight. The big rig, Devin Williams taking on Garrett Cole.
I hate Devin Williams, by the way. I understand I don't like him at all. I understand why you didn't like him. I don't like him at all.
No comment. Hate to say I told you so. I told you so. That's sort of.
You were right. You're right about everything.
Yep, I'm right. Weaver too.
Yeah, he's good for a few games, and he's horrible.
Yep, because they just love overworking people. I don't understand.
Brazenbaum getting starts. I hate this team.
Brazovan getting starts. Unbelievable. Big pitching matchup for the Bronx tonight. The big rig, Gavin Williams taking on Garrett Cole tomorrow afternoon.
What a game the other day for you guys against the A's. Way to get your get back on what's his face.
That was so weird. Severino?
No. Who's the guy that one hit you? You guys put up 14 runs in the.
Oh my God! Shit, I know who. JT Ginn?
Let me look it up. I'll put it up while you're talking because you guys got your
Savali?
get back on him.
I think it was Savali, and just Savali. I think Savali's hurt.
No, because you guys got one hit by this guy, and then you just absolutely pummeled him. So props to you on that.
Yeah. And that was so weird how that was their only runs of the game. Like only runs and hits of the game. They didn't get a hit in the first or second inning, scored 13 runs in the third inning, and then got no hit for the 4th through 9th inning.
Yeah, because that was a great day for New York sports. The Mets won 10-1 and then 13-8. I mean, that was a crazy game, but let me see who it was. I'm pulling it up right now if my phone will load. Here we go. Athletics.
Anyway.
Was it Lopez? Jacob Lopez.
No. It might have been.
It was Jacob Lopez because he one hit you guys, I think, in his previous start against the Yankees.
Was
and
it
you guys
him?
Yeah, it was Jacob Lopez. You guys jumped on him.
Yeah, we did. All right, let's get to the big one. Aaron Judge. So he missed his first game of the season yesterday. He's been dealing with nagging pain in his shoulder, which was caused by a bone bruise in his upper right rib. Aaron Boone said that Judge will see a specialist today, and he is considered day-to-day, and they have not ruled out an IL stint. At the latest update that we have for now is that there is no update. That was the update. Boone said that the doctor is still looking over the imaging, and we will find out as soon as possible. It seemed pretty clear that something was nagging Judge in his last 18 games. He was only hitting .206. That's 14 of 68 with only one home run. And let's recap last night. Guardians got to Cam Schlittler. It was a pretty unlucky day for Cam Schlittler. That home run by fucking Manzardo was at his ankles. That was at his ankles. That was a curveball at his ankles. It was a fucking golf swing. That's exactly what it was. It was the first time that Cleveland scored more than 4 runs since May 18th. And they are hitting .347 with runners in scoring position over their last 5 games. Jose Ramirez has been a Yankee killer. He had 3 doubles, 2 RBIs last night. He had been a bit of a slump.
Man, he hates you guys.
You ready for his career in Yankee Stadium, including the playoffs?
Sure.
He is slashing .370, .440, and .656 with 23 extra base hits and 23 RBIs in 42 games at Yankee Stadium. That is including the postseason. That's
get him.
Including the playoffs. The Guardians are going to fucking win the division probably.
Look
out for him. Look out for him tonight. He's hit Garrett Cole very well, 12 of 36 with 6 extra base hits, 2 of them being home runs. He hits everybody well. Let's talk about Garrett Cole. His last start against Kansas City was nothing short of phenomenal. That was the Garrett Cole that we've been begging for. That was the Garrett Cole that we've been waiting for all along. We finally got him. Although I did mention before that that Jose Ramirez hits Garrett Cole very well. Other than that, Cole's history against the Guardians has been very well, including the postseason. He's 11-2 with a 2.66 ERA, 105 innings pitched, and 16 starts. And we'll see what happens. And Paul Goldschmidt, I don't think that there's a lefty on. Yeah, Gavin Williams is on the mound tonight. It still seems like Paul Goldschmidt will likely be the DH tonight. I don't know what's going to happen there. Why not? I mean, no Stanton, no Judge. We'll see what happens. I would assume the lineup is out by now.
When's Stanton coming back?
I think he's starting a running program soon.
This guy, man, you're so lucky you're getting out of this contract. He is something else.
We do have a lineup. Ben Rice will be playing. Yeah, Goldschmidt DHing, Caballero and right, McMahon at third, Volpe getting a look at short. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. I want to talk about this LeGrande thing because that could be a game changer. Because the Yankees liked him a lot in spring training, and there was like a moment in spring training where I was like, "Holy shit!" Like there might be a chance that Carlos LeGrande might break this rotation, barring an injury. And then there were some injuries, and then the Yankees rolled with Elmer Rodriguez. And those 2 starts weren't really the best. So, no. And now I think they just see that dude, this guy just throws tanks. So we desperately need bullpen help. Why not?
There's literally no reason not to do it.
Yeah. They view him as a starter long term, but there is a better chance that he could be coming out of the bullpen this season if he were to be called up. I mentioned his stat line before. He did throw 2 shutout innings, but he topped out at 103 in the minors this year. 103.
That's some Miz stuff.
That's Miz stuff, and Miz has been awesome. The Miz has been awesome. No pun intended there for my wrestling fans out there, but the Miz has been awesome. Which is unbelievable.
I'll keep gassing this guy till we die, dude. I mean, I think he's the man.
Dude, he's incredible. He's incredible, man. Oh, my God. But I will say, not worried about this Yankee offense. I said it before. Ben Rice has been hitting the shit of the ball. He's got a 6-game hit streak. He's hitting .500 with 7 extra base hits and 11 RBIs. He just won AL Player of the Week.
He's chilling. You're chilling.
We're chilling. We're fine. We're fine. I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to overreact.
Now, can we even touch base on this? Because the lockout's coming. We know that's coming.
Yeah. Jesus. I'm not going to comment.
They're so far apart.
I'll say this. It's good that they're doing this now. That's a good sign that they're doing this now. Because before, it was like the union put out an offer and the league didn't respond until like August.
Which I was like, why would you wait that long?
I think that they both kind of know what's at stake here. I think sports exponentially growing.
Like
it's more popular than it's ever been. You have to. Yes, you have to.
And I'm just curious how it's going to look for us. Like as 2 big spenders, I don't know how this like restructuring is going to look and everything, but
they're hell bent on no cap. I don't think
it's not
a cap.
They won't agree to it. Like they won't.
It's not going to happen. Around the league, Christopher Sanchez starting tonight. You best believe I am tuned in to watch Christopher Sanchez pitch. Dude, this guy's fucking unbelievable.
I know.
Hasn't given up a run since April. I gotta take a look at the stats here because it has just been ridiculous. So here it is. If he throws 3 scoreless tonight, he's thrown 44 and 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings. If he throws 3 scoreless tonight, he moves into the top 5 all time of longest scoreless streaks since 1893. He would pass Bob Gibson, who threw 47 scoreless in 1968. Here's who he'd be trailing. Jack Coombs, who threw 53 straight scoreless in 1910. Walter Johnson, who threw 55 and 2/3 scoreless in 1913. Don Drysdale, who threw 58 scoreless in 1968. And Orel Hershiser, who threw 59 scoreless in 1988. He threw 39 scoreless innings in May with 45 strikeouts and 3 walks. He joined Orel Hershiser in September of 1988. That's during that same streak as the only true starters to finish a scoreless month while making at least 4 starts. And I think Brad Keller said it best. He was on MLB Network Radio. It's just like pure dominance. Like the changeup is unhittable. The changeup's just so unhittable. It's just like guys like know that the pitch is coming. They just can't stop it. That's how on fire that he's been.
It reminds me of the DeGrom slider. Like you just saw it, you were like, all right.
And it's almost like a right-handed, like a righty throwing a sweeper.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's unbelievable what I'm seeing here. And no pitcher has thrown more pitches in the shadow of the bottom of the strike zone than Sanchez. I'll say, for those that don't know, the shadow is within 1 baseball's width of the edge of the zone. So he has just been dotting them up like it's nothing all year.
And
all year he's been doing this.
And they're playing San Diego tonight. You want to talk about a team that can't hit or can't score runs?
They just DFA'd Castellanos.
They're a mess. Machado's batting 175.
And we said going into the year, or no, actually, we said this last week. We're like, how are the Padres winning these games? Like, this is great and all that they're winning games. How are they doing it? Fernando Tatis just hit his first home run. Machado's been struggling, and it seems like the Dodgers are just pulling away with the West. I believe they're, 5.5, 6.5 ahead?
Yeah, let me look it up right now. I mean, rightfully so. They're 6 flat ahead. Maybe 6.5 tonight. They'll win, so probably 7.
All right, we have Yankee injury update from Boone. LeGrand is still going, by the way. I don't know if I said that. All right, Aaron Judge, out of the lineup today, awaiting results. Jason Dominguez, live BP, rehab assignment to begin Friday. Angel Chavii, oh my God, I completely forgot we had him. Live BP today, will throw again on Saturday. Max Fried, throwing at 75 feet, will increase to 90 soon. Giancarlo Stanton, live BP today, and we'll have a live BP on Saturday.
Running program next week.
Jogging and agility drills as well.
How are we up to this?
Clark Schmidt, remember him?
Yeah.
Clark Schmidt, most recent mound session was 20 pitches. He'll start facing hitters in the end of June.
You got a Mets injury report? Is anything coming up?
Polanco, Friday.
Yeah, that's it. Nice.
Welcome back.
Woo.
Welcome back, I guess.
Woo.
All right. Yeah, yes, sir. Let's go, Mets. All right.
Oh my God.
No news. No news is good news, I guess. All right. Moving on. What I saw, Tim. How's the motherland?
Yeah, I went to Ireland. It was pretty sick. The views were nice. Saw a bunch of cathedrals. Went to the Cliffs of Moher, a couple castles. It was really nice over there. My one gripe, the food. But we all knew that.
Yeah.
But everything else was fantastic. The people were great. The Jameson factory was unreal. Actually, the history of whiskey museum was pretty sick.
Really?
Yeah, I got like a whole tour of how it was made and everything. Like that was pretty dope.
I gotta get somewhere, dude.
You got to get out there.
Dude, the furthest I've been in my life is Florida. I've never been outside the United States.
Well, that was the first time I've ever been to. I mean, yeah, that's kind of nuts. That's the furthest I've ever been. I've never been to Europe, so that was the first time over. I've been to like the tropical islands and stuff, but never, Mexico and stuff like that. But I've never been to Europe, so it was pretty cool. Aer Lingus, shout out to them, pretty good flight. I got a blanket and a pillow and a meal, so I cannot complain about that.
They hook you up, dude. They hook you up.
They do.
Yeah, that's what I've heard around the grapevine here.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone here could let you know what it's like.
Oh yeah. What I saw is Survivor. We have a winner. It's Aubrey.
Yeah,
good
unfortunately.
Winner. What do you mean, unfortunately?
Well, the one guy you guys couldn't start the fire. I mean.
Yeah, Rizzo. Yeah, that was bad. So, we already talked about Suri. So for those that don't, Tim, I don't know if you know this. So how Survivor used to work was after every season they'd have a live reunion. And COVID hit during the airing of their 40th season. So
we're on 50 now? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Well, they run 2 a year.
I know, but it's still just crazy to think about.
That's still insane. Yes, I agree. But anyway, the entirety of the 40s, there were just like no live reunion, and people hated it. And Jeff Probst, who's the host and executive producer, kind of made the decision, basically being like, we'd rather these like after like doing the reunion after the vote. That way, like everybody's reactions are raw and all this stuff. And which is like, yeah, and we didn't like it. So this season, Tim, Survivor 50 was in the hands of the fans. So the fans voted for a reunion. So they did the reunion, everything. We get to the fire making competition. It's between Rizzo and Jonathan.
I heard about this.
And they bring out, so this is insane. So they build up this fire making thing. Like Jonathan can make a fire like it's nothing. And that's like the integral part of Survivor, Tim. Like if you can't, like there's a saying when they like walk into tribal council, Jeff Probst says like, behind each of you is a torch. Go ahead and grab a torch, dip it in, and get fired. Like this is the ritual of tribal council because it like literally fire represents your life in the game. As long as you have fire, you're still in the game. And when your fire's gone, so are you. Like that is that's the epitome of Survivor. And I just completely quoted that. If you could, my autism's coming out right now.
Listen, I have never watched the show, so I thought you just kind of pulled that. You didn't have to say that. I was like, oh, it's a pretty nice quote.
Yeah. So they're building up this fire making challenge, and like they show Jonathan make fire like it's nothing. They show Rizzo, who can't make fire to save his fucking life. And that was like his demise when he played last time, was that like he was running the game and then he had to go make fire and couldn't do it. So the build-up's over and then it gets to Probst. He's talking to Rizzo about the fire making challenge. And I'm like, okay, that's like kind of weird. Like, what? Like the fire making. And he goes, all right, come on, go have a seat over there. This is your jury, everyone. And then everyone's like, what the fuck?
You didn't show it.
Probst spoiled the fire making challenge, essentially, and Rizzo lost. But I will say he did kind of handle it like the pro that he is, and he did. He's like, all right, there's a new twist. I spoil everything, so now let's go watch Rizzo lose in fire. Like that, he sort of played it off well, but oh my god, but like that's the thing, and that's sort of my conspiracy stand out here, sort of saying like. They did that on purpose just so they could never do a live reunion ever again. But it was nice to see that Aubrey won. I think he did mess it up, but yeah. Livery finale was great. Nice to see Aubrey finally win. Tim, I don't know if you know this, but 10 years ago, she was in the final three.
Oh, I got the whole rundown.
Yeah, you got the whole rundown from Aileen? Yeah, she was supposed to win, didn't. Michelle Fitzgerald ended up winning. Nice to see justice finally came. And then we got a teaser for Survivor 51, and it's a new era of Survivor. The open era of Survivor. Where
I don't even know what that means.
Every advantage, every like twist, every themed idol could be in play. So who knows? And now Clutch, good on you, CBS, Clutch. It seems like that they're going to be starting the season with 2 tribes. So that's big.
Oh, there you go.
Starting with 3 or 4 tribes was stupid, if you ask me. Way too much. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. I also noticed that there is a guy from Rockland County that is on the cast.
No, really?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Forget what his name is.
He
is a personal trainer from Spring Valley, and he used to play football at UAlbany.
No, there we go.
I forget what his name is, but yeah, as a Rockland County guy, I'm rooting for him. Very excited for Survivor 51 in December. And also Big Brother starting. So starting
a lot going on for you.
A month or like a pretty soon, like next month, it's going to start. Nice new bunch of house guests that are just living in a parking lot TV studio. But you know,
it is what it is.
You get your joy through stuff. This is how I get my entertainment from. I am not watching Love Island. Not. Refuse.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be watching it either. So it's too much.
Dude, it's porn. It's porn.
It's worse than that because you got to watch everything else.
You gotta watch everything else. Yeah. Wait till we get to Dancing with the Stars. Is Aileen gonna come on? Like, who are we gonna baby?
She does what? Yeah, she watches that.
Who are we gonna baby this time?
I don't even know who's on. Like, I don't know anything about it though.
Some chick from the Traders, Maura, Irish girl.
Sure.
She got famous from Love Island actually, but I know her from the Traders.
Good luck to her. I hope Dwight Howard wins this year.
And then there's a guy from the Savannah Bananas.
Okay. I don't even want to get into that.
You lost me. The game's gone. Yeah. The game's gone. The game's gone. The game is completely gone. All right. So, reminder, Friday night, O'Grady's Castle. We are taking over O'Grady's Castle. Knicks Spurs, Game 2. Yankees Red Sox. If you're a Yankee fan, if you lean on that side, like myself, come enjoy it with us. Why not?
It'll be a
Friday night. It'll be a time.
I bet you got nothing else to do.
I bet that as well. Where are you going to go? That other place where they're going to charge you $10 at the door?
Not me.
You fucking come into the castle for free. 75-cent wings, $3 sliders. Where else would you rather be? Nowhere
and like I said,
baby.
We'll be there to answer your question.
Sure. If you want to talk to me about Survivor, do it before 8:30.
Yeah, or at halftime. One of the two.
Or at halftime. Better not, dude. There's some dumbass to be like 4th quarter, 2 minutes left, we're down 2. Yo, like
I love those memes.
Winning Survivor.
I love those memes where it's like the girlfriend sitting next to her boyfriend's like, "You got me a soda," and there's like a minute 30 left in an NBA game.
What movie was that from?
I don't know.
It's with McConaughey. Oh, fuck. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I was gonna say Fever Pitch, but
Fever Pitch. Not even close. McConaughey, I said.
I know, but before you said McConaughey, I was like, Fever Pitch.
Jesus Christ. All right. Join us Friday night. It should be a great time. None of our events have disappointed so far. Don't let it be this one.
They haven't.
They have not. All right. That's going to wrap it up. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to like this video on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube, leave a comment on our videos. Be sure to follow us and rate us on Spotify.
5 stars.
5 stars only. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. I feel it. There's a shot here.
I got Knicks fever, baby.
I got the Nick fever, baby. There's a legitimate shot here. I can't wait. We will see you Friday night. Let's fucking go Knicks. Peace out, guys.